Now at 6, some Cardinals fans got the chance to meet their favorite baseball players during the Cardinals Caravan at Missouri Southern State University today. Plus, the Joplin community came together to begin work on a project for our local veterans. Thanks for joining us. I'm Cale Chapman. One Joplin community organization came together to begin work on projects for our local veterans today. Our Veterans First met at the Joplin Empire Market for their first planning meeting of the year. The group is working to create transitional housing for vets by building a veterans teeny village in Joplin.
We do. It's very fulfilling and it means something, and I wouldn't want to do anything else. I mean, we all have jobs and lives, and so it is somewhat of a sacrifice, but nothing compared to the people that we're serving.
First is a nonprofit organization. Their membership is open to everyone. Earlier this week, lawmakers in Missouri voted on a stricter dress code, at least for women. The State House approved a new rule that requires women to cover their shoulders. They can do so with a jacket, knit blazer, or cardigan. The cardigan option was added only after one opponent pointed out that blazers can be difficult for pregnant women to wear.
On day one in our legislature, they're doubling down on controlling women. It's wild to me, and I think it's sending a message to Missourians that the Republican Party, the Missouri GOP, doesn't have their best interests in mind and is certainly not focused on the issues important to our constituents.
The rule was actually proposed by a woman, Republican Representative Ann Kelly. She says it makes things more equal since men are required to cover their shoulders with a shirt and jacket. Lawmakers and reporters in the U.S. House were required to cover their arms with sleeves up until 2017. Now some Cardinals fans got the chance to meet their favorite baseball players at the Cardinals Caravan at Missouri Southern State University. KOAM's Yana Atala has more live from the event.
Let's hear it for the Cardinals.
Cardinals players signed 400 autographs for local children as the team's annual Cardinals Caravan returned to Missouri Southern State University.
Our fans travel so far sometimes to come see us, so I think it's really important that we also travel a little bit to see them, and it's a great way to kick off the start of the season since spring training is coming up soon.
Shannon Lacker hosts the raffle, which the United Way of Southwest Missouri and Southeast Kansas accepts donations for.
We have a lot of stuff at the stadium, different promotional items that we give away throughout the season, and sometimes we have extras that we're available to bring to events like this.
Lee Snow participated in the event with his friends and siblings. He wants to get an autograph on his hat and baseball.
My dream is to play for the St. Louis Cardinals.
Cardinals players say it is nice to be on the other side of the fence to inspire the children who are interested in the game.
Seeing how passionate the fans are, and I mean just the fan base in general, it's amazing.
There's no players playing, there's nothing to watch. But number two are the fans. And St. Louis has such a loyal fan base, such tradition, such history. Memories are formed, family bonds, rivalries even. And it's that enthusiasm and that passion that fuels the machine that kind of puts its best effort to put the best product on the field.
The players don't get to interact with their fans as much at the stadium.
This is a lot more up close and personal, and I think they think it's a lot of fun to see how invested too the fans are, and especially the kids, how much they actually know about Cardinals baseball. I think that always surprises them.
In Joplin, Yana Haudala, KOAM News.
After its Joplin stop, the Caravan will head to Rolla. And now meteorologist Sam Lane joins us for a look at the weather.
Boy, it was a beautiful day across the 4 states with lots of sunshine. We're starting to see some clouds come in this evening, but it's making for a beautiful sunset if you haven't had a chance to get out there and enjoy it. Radar is all clear, but that's going to be changing as we head over the next 24 to 36 hours. And it would certainly help if we had some rain on the radar because we are still stuck in this drought situation, especially in southeastern Kansas, northeastern Oklahoma. Now it's starting to creep back into western parts of Missouri, so we'd like to see it go the other direction with some rainfall. Over the last 36 hours, it was kind of chilly yesterday with highs only in the 30s, and this morning we were already down all the way into the lower 20s, but this afternoon we jumped up to 53 and a large part of the area. And looking down the lane, we're going to have a windy Sunday with some Monday showers, but a mild Tuesday is on tap with some Wednesday rain. And of course, I'll have all the details on that coming up in your forecast.
The White House announced Saturday that an additional 5 classified documents were found at President Biden's home in Wilmington, Delaware this week. CBS News correspondent Christian Benavidez has more from Miami.
Lawyers for President Biden say they found more classified documents at his Delaware home this week. The news comes after the White House announced Thursday that one page was discovered during a search of the president's private library. Saturday's disclosure brings that number to 6. That's in addition to documents found in December in the president's garage. And CBS News has learned that approximately 10 documents marked classified and discovered in November at his former offices in the Penn Biden Center in Washington from when he was vice president included top secret material.
To be labeled top secret, information needs to be judged to be extraordinarily damaging to the United States should it get into the wrong hands.
On Thursday, White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre was asked whether Mr. Biden could guarantee more would not turn up.
You should assume that it's been completed, yes.
A White House lawyer, Richard Sauber, released a statement Saturday saying in part, "While I was transferring it to the DOJ officials who accompanied me, 5 additional pages with classification markings were discovered among the material with it, for a total of 6 pages. The DOJ officials with me immediately took possession of them." Sauber said the White House will cooperate with the special counsel Robert Hur, who was appointed by Attorney General Merrick Garland to investigate the matter. Says the president did not know the previously discovered records were in his home, adding that his team reached out to the National Archives and Justice Department when they were discovered. Christian Benavides, CBS News.
We take time now to honor a local veteran. Stephen Diano served the U.S. Navy from 1937 to 1970. The Grove, Oklahoma native served in Vietnam as part of the Inshore Undersea Warfare Group. A decorated serviceman, Diana received the Navy Good Conduct Medal, Republic of Vietnam Campaign Medal, Vietnam Service Medal, and National Defense Medal, among others. To Signalman Second Class Stephen Diano, we thank you, our 4-state hero. And coming up, we've got the biggest health-related stories of the week. Plus, where the winning ticket of the more than $1 billion Mega Millions jackpot was bought. The health benefits of listening to music and troubling data on childhood immunization rates. Bradley Blackburn has some of this week's top health stories.
A new CDC report finds childhood vaccination rates, while still high, are declining. The nationwide coverage of recommended vaccines to protect against illnesses including measles, polio, and chickenpox dropped 2 percentage points among kindergarten children over the last 2 years. Federal researchers say that translates to roughly 250,000 children potentially not being protected. A new study in the journal BMJ may help put long COVID sufferers at ease. Researchers found most of the persistent symptoms that develop after a mild bout of the virus, including fatigue or shortness of breath, generally resolve within a year and don't lead to chronic long-term illness, especially for vaccinated patients. And a study from researchers at the University of Vienna found listening to music helped cope with stress during the COVID-19 lockdown. Music listening was also associated with improved mood, particularly for those with elevated chronic stress during the pandemic. The study included more than 700 adults in Italy and Austria who were prompted by a smartphone app to report their listening habits and stress levels while strict lockdown measures were in place. Those are some of the week's top health stories. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
The winning Mega Millions ticket was sold in Maine, winning the jackpot of $1.35 billion. According to the Maine Lottery, the winning ticket was sold at Hometown Gas and Grill in Lebanon. The winning numbers are 30, 43, 45, 46, 61, and the Mega Ball is 14. It's the 4th billion-dollar jackpot in Mega Millions history, with 14 tickets also matching the 5 white balls to win the game's second-tier prize of $1 million. 4 of those tickets were sold in New York, 2 of them in California, and 1 each in Florida, Illinois, Kansas, Kentucky, Missouri, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, and Texas, according to Mega Millions. And a little later, how one Mountain Home, Arkansas man won a national contest for a brand new SUV.
And we've got your windy Sunday forecast along with some showers as well. We'll have all the details in the forecast when we come back. We had a chilly start this morning to start our Saturday and the weekend, but it warmed up pretty nicely this afternoon with temperatures in the 50s And right now outside, it's a pretty nice night down in Seneca, Missouri, at Indigo Sky Casino and Resort. And a pretty nice night across the entire area. Beautiful sunset. I don't know if you had a chance to get out and enjoy that, but it was quite spectacular. You can kind of see the sun setting there in the background. Right now in Joplin, we're looking at pretty nice traffic and a beautiful sunset as well earlier. We made it up to 53 after starting out at 20, which was below the normals of 25 and 44. We were above on the high and below on the low, so it kind of evened out. 71 back in 1996 and -7 back in 79. So we can still be very cold this time of year, of course, being in January. You wouldn't know that with the weather lately. Radar is all clear. That's going to change as well as we go over the next 24 to 36 hours. You can see a big storm system slamming into California yet again, and also southern Oregon. You can see the spiral there on the satellite view. All this moisture is kind of moving towards the east, and it looks like it's going to get here about late tomorrow night and early Monday morning. It doesn't look like a total washout, but we are going to see some scattered showers across our area. Temperatures right now, very pleasant. Generally in the 40s, around 50. Neosho checking in with an even 50, 49 in Joplin, 48 in Fort Scott, 46 up in Yates Center. And temperatures this evening are about 15 to 20 degrees warmer than they were 24 hours ago. So at least we're on the positive side and moving in the right direction. Dew points are starting to increase. They're still dry though right now. This is going to become a problem tomorrow, especially on Monday afternoon as the dry line moves through. We could have a fire danger across our area with very strong southwesterly winds and low dew points. Right now we're 49 degrees. Wind is out of the south at 8, so it feels like 45. So a little bit of a wind chill out there, but 27 on the dew point. The pressure is currently falling. Tonight we're going to see fair to mostly cloudy skies with those high thin cirrus clouds with lows generally in the 40s with southerly winds. Then tomorrow the wind machine really gets cranking with those southerly winds, and we're going to see highs in the upper 50s to around 60 degrees pretty much across the entire area, wall to wall. Then as we go into Monday morning, that's when we're going to start to see the scattered showers develop with strong southwesterly winds. And then as we go through the day on Monday, this rapidly pulls off towards the east. And notice the winds kind of come out of a west and southwesterly direction behind that system. This is going to be lots of dry air. And with strong southwest winds, we could be looking at a fire danger situation with temperatures in the low to mid 60s. And then as we go through Monday night into Tuesday morning, we're going to see lows dropping back down into the 30s behind that system. Rainfall amounts are not going to be all that impressive. Generally on the light side across our entire area, maybe a tenth or two, especially down towards the south and east. And over the next 7 days, we do have more chances of precip, but we're going to have to wait till Wednesday, and that's when we have a better chance of storms. And then maybe some of that will switch over to some snow on Thursday morning, but I think a better chance of snow will be next weekend. Of course, we have plenty of time to look at that, but winter is not giving up yet.
Yeah, it's time for our second helping of winter. It always happens. Every year it comes back. It always
happens. She's lurking right around the corner.
Oh, yeah. Can't get rid of her for good. All righty, well, still ahead, the Kansas State Wildcats hit the floor in a top 20 matchup with TCU. And the Pitt State women host Washburn, aiming for their 8th win in the last 10 games. Jacob Leonard has those highlights and more next.
Well, both the Pittsburgh State Gorillas and Missouri Southern Lions are at home today, hosting MIAA Conference doubleheaders. Now, Pittsburgh State is at home this afternoon, facing the Washburn Ichabods. On the women's side, the Gorillas enter the day at 7-3 in the MIAA, winning 7 of their last 9 games. Now, Washburn goes up 7-0 early. Aaron Davis finds an open shot, but it's Ichabods by 5 after 1. To the second quarter now, Grace Pyle connects from downtown. Double-double for Pyle, 15 points, 11 rebounds. The Gorillas briefly take the lead in the second. Washburn, though, still up 4 at the break. Second half, Gorillas get going. Corinna Gerber turns and scores, 16 points, 9 rebounds for Gerber. PSU takes a 3-point lead going to the fourth. Then the veterans put it away. Aaron Davis from the corner. She scores 13. Tristan Gegg lines up and buries the 3. Gegg scores 12, all of them in the second half. Huge fourth quarter for the Gorillas. They pull away to beat Washburn 74-55.
I think our energy started getting put together. We come to the bench after every timeout and we'd all have something to say, something to work on, something that we all needed to improve on the defensive side and even on the offensive side. So I think that really brought us all together as a team in the fourth quarter.
I think when we're getting stops and we're feeling good about our defense, it picks up our offense and we're able to get some more looks when we're feeling good about our defense.
To the men's game in Pittsburgh, Gorillas try to snap a 4-game losing streak today. Marquis English, little brother, scored 30 last night for Pittsburgh High. He came out hot early. Jam on the backdoor cut. Then English gets the rebound, putback, and the foul. Finally, English getting the assist from Labette County High School product Magic Relaford. Marquis English scores a team-high 15. The problem, though, Washburn shot the ball, man. They hit 14 threes, shoot 53% from the field. Ichabods put it away, beating Pittsburgh State 93-63. The Missouri Southern Lions are at home this afternoon, hosting the Emporia State Hornets. The last time out for the Southern women, they snapped a 3-game losing streak, beating Washburn by 16. So today, the Lions hit the floor against the Hornets, looking for back-to-back wins. Lacey Stokes early on knocks down the 3. Relatively quiet night for Stokes, but Southern outscores Emporia State 27-10 in the first. To the second quarter now. Good ball movement. Ball finds its way back to Chrislyn Jones in the corner. She knocks down the 3. At that point, it's Southern by 16. 18 points, 7 rebounds for Jones. But Caitlin Honeycutt, she was the leading scorer tonight, hits the long ball here. Caitlin Honeycutt scores 20, including 4 threes. Missouri Southern starts fast, rolls by Emporia State in this one, 86-69.
Really enjoyed how we started the ball game. We were making shots, getting open looks, and we knocked down some perimeter threes, which I thought was huge. Then we did a good job defensively, taking them out of what they wanted to do. We contested shots. We didn't give them second opportunities. And I thought it was big in that first quarter. We had 8 offensive rebounds to give us some opportunities, get some second chance points. But again, our defense was really good to hold them to 10 points in that first quarter and get a big lead was a big push for us in our mentality as far as our confidence of going forward.
As for the Lion men, they try to push their winning streak to 8 games today against Emporia State. Starting off in the first, Avery Taggart finds an opening at the top of the key. Knocks it down. 13 points tonight for Taggart. Then Christian Bundy gets it ahead to Winston Desisau. Nobody steps up, so he stops. Pops the long ball. Southern up 11. Desisau scores 14. Vincent Sigmund Jr., nice night for Southern. He's open for 3 here in the corner. Sigmund Jr. scores a team-high 21 points for the Lions, but Emporia State takes him to overtime, and the Hornets pull it out 83-79. The Kansas State Wildcats climbed into the national rankings this week after beating 3 straight top 25 teams. Tonight, K-State faces another ranked opponent, hitting the road to face TCU. The Wildcats ranked 11th in the nation. TCU's number 17. Emmanuel Miller in transition. Layup for TCU puts the Horned Frogs up 6 early. They would add to that lead. Eddie Lampkin Jr. gets the lay-in. TCU pushes their lead to double digits with that, and they really never let up. Still in the first, the lead is 12. Mike Miles Jr. Floater goes plus the foul. K-State's 9-game winning streak ends today, falling to TCU 82-68. Now this one here, much more competitive. Second-ranked Kansas at home against Big 12 rival and 14th-ranked Iowa State. Jayhawks squeak by 62-60. Grady Dick scores 21 to lead Kansas. Jayhawks are now 5-0 to begin Big 12 conference play. That's it for sports. We're back after this.
It's not often that someone wins a new SUV in a national contest, but an 83-year-old Arkansas man just did that after winning a Mitsubishi Motors sweepstakes. Bob Saylor is a retired widower and says that this is his first new vehicle in 37 years. He joked that he's going to add this accomplishment to his online dating profile. He entered the sweepstakes in July of 2022 after seeing an ad online. Saylor said he felt blessed to have won over 600,000 people who entered the contest. And on January 12th, Saylor hopped in his new Mitsubishi Outlander and drove away.
Nice. Looks like it's going to be a great day to take a drive tomorrow. A little bit on the windy side, and then we have a chance of showers on Monday morning, Wednesday, and then maybe some snow next weekend.
That's awesome.
Pitt State women 8-3 in the MIAA right now. We'll have more post-game reaction from them right here tonight at 10.
Sounds great. Thanks for making us a part of your night. We'll see you soon.